Okay, I'm just going to start this off while people are getting in. One thing they don't want you to know. Now, this is a very important topic, and it's something you need to listen to very carefully. So what am I talking about when I say there's one thing they don't want you to know? That one thing is actually that they're fake. They're not really about anything. And this is a problem that many of us have when we're dealing with them, is that we take them at face value. We listen to their words rather than watching their actions. But if we paid attention to their actions from the very beginning, we would know they ain't about shit. You just gotta think back. Remember how they presented themselves to you, as though they were about something. But then when it came down to it, they held back. They didn't follow it up with action. They didn't do what they said they were going to do. But then you stayed with them because they gave you false promises, future faking. That's what kept you in it. But they never actually followed any of it up with action. They never actually did any of the things that they said they were going to do, because they weren't really about it. And this is one thing that they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that they're not really about anything. They just want you to hold on to the illusion, to the false image that they display to you. They just want to keep you in the fantasy where you're expecting something from them. You never actually get it. And it's very powerful the way that they do that. Because when they do it like that, you can't actually criticize what they're giving to you, because you never actually receive anything to comment on it. But you're the one who's putting out. You're the one who's giving everything to them. So it's very easy for them to criticize what you're doing and say that it isn't enough, because you're the one who is providing to them. They're not bringing anything to you. And that's just how it works. That's how it gets you under their control, where you're running on this hamster wheel trying to please them, but they're not actually bringing anything to you. But if you do question and confront them on it, and you criticize that you haven't actually received anything that they were promising to bring to you, that's when they use the future faking. That's when they give you the false promises to make you believe that it's just around the corner. If you just hold on, then you will get it eventually. But of course, as many of you know, what happens when you keep pushing? What happens when you tell them, okay, I've done all of this for you. I did everything you want. So where's my return? What do I get out of this? And when you do that, they ghost you. They're gone. You never hear from them again, because they never intended to bring anything to you in the first place. They're very lazy. And on top of that, most of them don't even have the means to give you what you want. The best you will ever get from them is an illusion, because that's the best that they can give to you anyway. Believe me, if they had something better or greater, they would have given that to you a long time ago. They would give you anything if it means that it's going to keep you under their control. But if they know that by giving it to you, you're not going to be satisfied, it's not going to be good enough for you, then that puts them in a weak position. Then that causes them to lose the power. the power over you. But now you just got to look at where they're getting this power from. This power is coming from you. You are giving them their power. But really it belongs to you. Your power validates the false self. It validates the illusion. Without you, it's nothing. There has to be people to support the illusion. And if there isn't anyone there, it falls apart. Because they can't support it on their own. How can they support something that isn't real? Something that has no foundation. It's a fabrication. It isn't real. So yeah, this is one thing that they don't want you to know. But now you do know. And how can you defend yourself against it? How can you win the game and keep your power? You could just hold them to it. But as you know what's going to happen, they're just going to ghost you. They're going to run off and do the same thing to someone else. But there is another thing that you can do. And you just gotta accept the truth. Radical acceptance. See it for what it is. See them for what they are. And instead of just validating the illusion and seeing them as they want to be seen, just see them for what they are. Treat them as you see them, by realizing that they ain't about shit. They're not gonna do nothing for you. You can wait around for months or years, it doesn't matter. You're gonna be the one who's putting out. You're not gonna be getting anything back. Doesn't matter how well you perform. Doesn't matter how much money you spend, how much abuse you tolerate, it doesn't matter. And that's what you need to accept. When you do accept that and you lose your hope and expectation for anything else, that causes a huge narcissistic injury. Because right there and then they're realizing that you're not looking at them as though they're anything great. And you're not even expecting anything from them. That is a massive blow to their ego. When you look at them like they're nothing special and you're not even expecting anything. When you take away that expectation, that's when in some situations, they may try to perform for you. They may try to live up to your expectations in some way, but then you may not really see it because, as we know, they can't do that anyway. They haven't got the capabilities, they haven't got the potential to do that. But yeah, they might try, or they'll give you the false promises, the future faking. They'll do something anyway. They'll try and bring something to you, or they'll try to create the illusion that they go into. But you're never really going to see anything that's that much of significance or value. But yeah, when you treat them like that, I think you'll be surprised by the response you get. Because up until that point, they had been so cold and distant to you. They acted as though you were meant to be doing all of the work. And then when you pull away, when you just get to the point when you just accept them as they are, it's funny. It just becomes a joke. Because it's their ego. You know, as we know, narcissists, they want to be seen as something great. They want to be seen as someone who's special and better than other people. So if that's true, if that is the reality of the situation, you should be expecting something. You should be expecting to see something from them. And they were expecting you to be looking at it that way. If you're not looking at it that way, there's a problem. Because that just tells them how you really think about them. So yeah, think about that. But yeah, that's really, if you want to make them mad and confused, and you want to cause that injury, you want to get under their skin, you want to make them feel like they're nothing, don't go out of your way to put them down, to insult them. It doesn't work that way. But what does work is when you just turn your head away. You just treat them like they're just anyone else, like they're not better than anyone else. And watch how they crumble. I think you'd be very surprised. And I haven't heard anyone talk about this, but it's true. They will really begin to put on a show for you when you just treat them like they're nothing. Anyway, I'm just out here in a car park. Just went to McDonald's to get some fries. And I thought I'd pull over here and do a video. Got a new car again. Mercedes C63S. Very fast. Carry this around wherever I go. $100,000 subscribers. I know it's been about a year since I got this, but it still makes me proud every time I look at it. I look at it every day, and I'm just proud of all of us. You know, we did it together. We achieved this. This is yours just as it is mine. Couldn't have done it without you. But yeah, I'm just out here. C63S. It's a great car. Very powerful. But yeah, it's really amazing what happens when you take away your hope and expectation. Especially if they know that you're real. Especially if they know that you're really about something. If they know that, then it's like a competition in a way. And they're trying to prove themselves to you. They're trying to show you that they're just like you, or they can give you what you want. When it all comes down to it, that's what they're really about. They want you to think that they can give you what you want. And when you just cut that off and you're like, you just don't believe it anymore. You lose all hope. You've just kind of given up on them. You see them as a lost cause. When you get to that, it's crazy the response that you will get. They will be shocked. And they will be caught off guard. But it'll be more they're looking at themselves. They're worrying about how they're coming across to you. Because now they know. You know they ain't shit. And they don't like that. They don't like how that feels. And yeah, they may try and follow it up with action. If you're not questioning and confronting them, and you just fade out, you're just not really bothered, they can tell that you've kind of given up on them, like you're not expecting to see anything now. Then yeah, they may try and follow it up with some action. They may try and do something for you. It's going to be something small. It's going to be something that doesn't even compare to what they promised you. And when they do that, you've just got to stand there with a smirk. Stand there with a little smile. And don't reject it. You can accept it, but just be real. You know it's nothing in comparison to what they made you believe that they were about. So show them that. Give them that response, but not directly. Just give them a little smirk. And then watch the look in their face. Watch them crumble. Because deep down they know. It just reflects back to them what a load of bullshit they're talking. All the bullshit they gave you. They bigged themselves up like they were actually about something. And yeah, when you don't validate the false self and the illusion, they know. They know you don't see them the same way. They know you're not under their spell. But when you don't make it openly known to them, and it's kind of like you're trying to hide your response, but you can't help it, it just comes out. That really gets to them. It does. But yeah, I mean, what are you expected to do? Just sit down and pretend like they're really about something? You just gotta validate the illusion, even though you've had no evidence to even do that. Wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, I guess that's what they want you to do. They want to give you nothing, and just you sit back and just continue to validate everything. That makes no sense. But yeah, I'm really about this. Bringing this message to you. Spreading the awareness. I've always been about it. From day one, that was the purpose of this channel, is to be everything the narcissist was not to you. All the lives they gave you. I don't do fake. I have to bring the realness. I have to bring the truth. I've got Nala here. Got to make sure she doesn't run outside. Yeah, I have to bring the realness. I have to bring the truth. That's just how I have to do it. And yeah, they may not be about nothing, but just remember your values. Remember what's important to you, because that's what really matters. They might not have been about anything, but you can go and do that for real. Remember all those dreams they promised you. They promised you all of this stuff. I don't know what it was. It could be different for all of you. But yeah, they did. And they never followed it up. You never actually saw it come into reality. And the reason for that is not only because they were lazy, but they didn't even have the capabilities and the potential to do that. If they did, they would have done that by now. They would have done that a long time ago. Because that would have secured you more than anything else. And as we know, that's all they really care about is power and control. But when you're questioning and confronting them, and you're looking for a payout, you're still hopeful. You're still expecting something. And then they know they don't have to do shit, because they've still got you under their control. It's only when you really just, you stop giving a damn. That's when they begin to wake up. And they begin to realize that you're slipping away. Or that everything that they promised to you in the beginning, they'll try to bring that back. They might start talking about it again. I don't think they'll actually try and make that a reality. I mean, there's only so much they can do. But yeah, it will mostly be lies and future faking. And if you believe in that, then it will keep going. Then they will just recycle the same false promises and lies. As I've always said, you have the power. It's just sometimes you misuse it. You give it to the wrong people, and then they hold your power over you. They misuse it. So yeah, you got to stop doing that. Stop giving your power away to the wrong people. Because when you do that, you're going to be the one who's left with a loss. And then they're going to be the ones running off, feeling like they got one over you. Because they did. Because you give your power away to them. I always tell you about this in my videos, and you need to accept it. You need to recognize it now. And you need to stop doing it. Because when you stop giving your power away, then you get to keep it. And yeah, one of the effects of doing that, they may try harder. They may try to keep you. But you still have to see through that and recognize that they're full of shit. And when you do that, then you will start to feel empowered. You will start to feel a lot better about yourself. And then it makes it that much easier to move on. Because this isn't just about crushing their ego, making them feel like they're nothing, even though they are. This is more about you. This is about getting you out of there. By taking away your hope, taking away your expectation. Because there is no reason to have that if you are dealing with a narcissist. There's no reason to be hoping for anything. You shouldn't be expecting shit. And when you truly realize that, it just makes it that much easier for you to move on. I know it's hard to accept sometimes, especially if you've been with them for a long time. You're thinking if you just hold on, it's around the corner. Finally, they're gonna be who you want them to be, who they said they were gonna be. But no, that never happens. It was a false character, it was an illusion. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll be free. That's all I've got to say for this very important message. Just want to show again before I go. Out here with the C63S, and I got my U2 plaque with me. I take it everywhere I go. Because I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of everything that we accomplished together. I know it's been about 1 year now. But as I said, every day that I look at it, I'm still in disbelief. I can't believe that we accomplished something on a grand scale. It really is incredible. And I have no doubt that the success will just keep growing. I know there's so many people going through this because that's what these people have to do to get in. They have to make you think they got something, but they ain't got nothing. You spend all this time waiting around for what? And that's why it's just, the sooner you accept it, the better. They just want to be able to to promise you all of these things and just never follow it up with action. Never actually do anything. And it's not right. And it's so easy for them too. It's so easy for them to just give you words, tell you they're going to do things, tell you they're good at this, tell you they're going to be that. Anyone can do that. But who is actually going to go and do it? the irony is that at some point, when you realize that it's a load of bullshit, you are the one who ends up going and doing it. And then they're trying to come back to you, and when that happens, they're just picking everything apart, acting like something's wrong with it. It's crazy, it really is. But all you really need to realize is that they're fake. They were never about anything. If they were, you probably would have seen something by now. I know many of you, you were with them for months, maybe years. What have you seen from them in that time? You just got to go back and remember that. And that will wake you up from out their spell. That will remove the wool from over your eyes. 100 live viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, you just got to realize that they're full of shit. Everything they do is manipulation. It's all just trying to convince you that they're about something, that they could do something for you. And you're just relying on their potential. You're thinking in your head, maybe they could do that. They present themselves as though they could. But instead of relying on that, you've got to look at, what are they actually doing? Are they doing anything for you? Are they serving you? Because if they're not, you just got to kick that ass out the door. And that's something that I had to do in my past. And when you do that, it will cause a narcissistic injury. It will crush their ego. I mean, I look back and I think, you know, I just slipped away. I just had to run off, and, you know, once I realized what I was dealing with, and I'm sure in the back of their minds they were thinking, wow, that guy was incredible. But, you know, that's not something I think about often. And you shouldn't either. You just need to realize that nothing's going to change while you're with them. It's not going to get better. You've only got to look back at what you've dealt with already to realize that it just gets worse. It just gets worse and worse. And you never get what you want. That's their game. From the moment that you first met them. It's all about making you think that they have what you want. They have what you're missing. Well, where is it then? Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you think you're deficient in, if anyone's going to make that happen, it's you. No one else is going to do that for you. So stop relying on the narcissist. They're not going to do nothing. They're full of shit. They're fake. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can move on and actually build something for real. I mean, this just sums up narcissism. It really does. This is what it's all about. Because when you think about it, if they were actually about something, if if they actually brought something to you of value, and at some level there was a mutual exchange, there wouldn't be any YouTube channels about this, because there wouldn't be a problem. The problem is that you did all of the work, you gave everything that you had, and you got nothing back in return. All you got was a bunch of lies, false promises, future faking. And if that's enough for you, then maybe you could just stay with a narcissist. If you accept that that's all it's ever going to be, there's not going to be anything else. But if you want something more, you have to leave, you have to cut them off. That's really the only thing that you can do. Because waiting around, nothing's gonna happen. It's not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse. So please realize that and just get yourself out of there. I don't care what they're telling you. They might say to you, in a few days, a few weeks, things are gonna change, things are gonna get better. I would say no. I want to see some changes right now. Show me what you're doing. Don't tell me, show me. But they're never gonna do that. Just words, just talking. You'll always be just waiting. But then if they want something from you, then they're very impatient. Then they can't wait. It's a double standard. But yeah, that's all I've got to say for this. Got some kind of caterpillar crawling on my leg. I've never seen one like that before. I don't know if I should touch it. Maybe it's poisonous, who knows? Thank you all for joining me on another live video. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it, if it helped you, if it vibed with you. And share your thoughts in the comment section. I read the comments every day. Click that subscribe button as well to receive the notifications for my future videos. And if you are interested in a one-on-one coaching session with me, you can book that on my website. It's narcsurvivor.co.uk. As always, thank you all for joining me, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.